Hi, it's Ileana, and today I'm going to be discussing the Lazerus project, which is a planetary corporation's secret experimental project that allows SSP assets to travel to the past, to the near future, and to the future with their minds, and also to change timelines. So it's a time traveling type of a project, and also it allows to reanimate the dead. So this project has multiple purposes, and the experiment of the project was being conducted on Pluto, which has laboratories. So I'm going to be discussing in more detail the Lazerus project that I had recently wrote about in my book, Ileana Star Journeys, with the UFOs, ETs, SSPs, and Past Lifetimes, Volume 1. So this is a direct quote from the book about the Lazerus project. The Lazerus project is where holographic interface technologies can be connected by visors to SSP assets Neuralink implants, and this creates a neuronal interface connection between the cerebral cortex and the Lazerus technology, allowing SSP assets to access past life memories, to psychically travel into the past, near future, or even the distant future in order to be able to change timelines or view world events. As well, this Lazerus technology allows to reanimate the dead via cryopods and bring back the dead, where the soul is tethered back into the human body, allowing the soul a second chance at life, whether it wants that chance to live again or not. I honestly don't agree with bringing back a soul if it doesn't want to come back to life. So I don't agree with that part, but this project does have two components. Again, it allows to time travel, and it allows to bring souls back from the dead. So it has two components to it. The Lazerus project projects were being conducted in underground laboratories on Pluto. These are the types of projects that I had worked on while I was on Mars, connected to the cybernetics labs, which are funded by planetary corporations. I had seen many futuristic technologies being further developed, like regenerative medicine in the form of the biological drug serums, holographic medical pods, Meditech units, along with the Neuralink implants. These technologies originate from the work being conducted in the future timelines, as well as in the present time realities, which had happened to me in my 60 and back SSP service. From what I understand, the advanced technologies that I was working on improving are 300 years older than even the stuff coming from 2060. So planetary corporations got that tech from even farther in the future than where I had been in the timelines. The Lazerus frequency is permanently jacked into my brain despite not having Neuralink implants. I can still clearly see how certain future events are supposed to happen. And now there's actually a new show out, and it's called The Lazerus Project. It started just recently on June 16th, 2022. This show is described, again, being called The Lazerus, which is a top secret organization that is dedicated to preventing mass extinction events and with the ability to make time go backwards. And it's called the Lazerus Project, except it's spelled differently. The project that I was in was spelled Lazerus, and this show is called Lazerus, Lazerus. Zarus. So just one difference in the letter. Mine has E and the other one has U. Same with the Neuralinks. They're spelled different. I had Neuralink implants in my brain with an O, and there's Neura with an A, Neuralink implants, which are two different things. So basically, this organization in the Lazerus Project TV show has the power to turn back time each time that the world is at the threat from extinction and is desperately trying to stop a criminal bent on destroying the planet. But when something terrible happens, the agents at Lazerus can only turn back time if there's a threat of global extinction. So time travel is done only in very specific, basically in specific time frames and under certain conditions. If the world is being threatened in mass extinction, or something is going to potentially threaten the planet itself, the beings on the planet, then the Time Corp or planetary corporations can use the Lazerus technology to change the timelines, to fix whatever is going wrong. And a friend of mine who's also an SSP asset from Australia, she had remembered the Lazerus Project all the way in 2017 when we had done a show together. So she knew what the Lazerus Project, what that terminology meant, and I did as well. So we've known about it since 2017, about this project. And it is a top secret classified project. And when it started, it was very much experimental. So it was experimental for me participating in it. And I don't agree with souls being reanimated from the dead. I don't think that is ethical to do that. We don't know if a soul wants to come back into a body that's been dead. We just don't. And I don't think using the Lazerus technology is a good way to do that. If somebody has passed on, they've passed on, let it be. Let the soul move on and be free from the physical body. Again, I don't justify that or condone that component of this technology, I don't agree with. But it does allow to time travel, allows the mind to time travel. And I think this technology can also be used physically to do time traveling as well. But it is classified, and the fact that there's now a show about it, that this technology is being portrayed in that show on Earth, existing on Earth, is interesting because this technology comes from Pluto. That's where the experimental lab was, where the Lazerus Project was developed. So I think that it's very interesting that the Sky Network is producing this show. It's disclosure, it's softcore disclosure through a TV show, and it can also be done through movies, video games like Halo, where there are super soldiers being created wearing smart suits. Halo is exactly like the situation that happened to me on Mars, where I was a cybernetics technician creating smart suits and augmented nanotechnology for super soldiers to integrate with the super soldiers. Even the scientist in Halo, she had short blonde hair, just like I do. So I felt very connected to Halo, not the video game, although that depicts exactly what happens on Mars as well, but Halo, the TV show, because that's been made into a TV show, and it will have season 2 because it's almost identical to what Planetary Corp has been doing on Mars for the last 70 to 80 years. It actually triggered me. Halo triggered me because it's exactly like what I experienced in the cybernetics labs. similar. So if you guys want to see what Planetary Corp is like, just watch Halo, because that's similar. And Halo has a lot of disclosure about reptilians as well, and the Draco. So much parallels to what's going on Mars, Planetary Corp, super soldiers, nanotechnology, Neuralink implants, smart suits, Halo. Now this show called the Lazerus Project for time traveling, turning back time, redoing time. We are getting a lot of disclosure right now. And that's real disclosure. I've written about it in my books. I've even included information about Halo. And because I think it's relevant. It triggered me. I could not watch Halo from start to finish. I could only watch about 2 episodes. That's how much it triggered me, because it's so similar to what happened to me on Mars. And no, I've never played Halo, the video game. I've never been interested in it. I was just hoping one day a movie or a TV show would be made from that video game. I was aware of it, but again, I don't play video games. I'm not interested in that, but I was hoping it would be made into a show. And at some point I will watch Halo when I'm ready to. But it was interesting to just watch the first 2 episodes, because again, it parallels what happened to me on Mars. So I just wanted to mention that, because disclosure is happening. And to me, even if it comes from TV shows, it is real disclosure, because I've experienced similar things and I'm writing about it in my books, because this is the time. This is the time to reveal everything, to disclose everything I know, and to share it with the world. I am not going to be holding back any more stuff. I am trying to get everything out in the open through the books. So I just wanted to share that today. So thank you so much, and namaste.